Introducing the 15-inch MacBook Air. It's the world's best 15-inch laptop. And here's Kate to tell you all about it.
The new Air features MagSafe charging, 2 Thunderbolt ports, and a headphone jack. And it comes in 4 gorgeous finishes, including Midnight and Starlight. The Air has a brilliant liquid retina display with an expansive 15.3-inch screen that's surrounded by thin 5mm borders. It has a great 1080p camera for video calls, along with a 3-mic array, so you come through loud and clear. And the new Air sounds awesome. With 6 speakers, including force-canceling woofers, it delivers immersive spatial audio. All of this is enabled by the M2 chip, which delivers amazing performance and battery life. That's the new 15-inch MacBook Air. It has an expansive display, the incredible performance of M2, a 6-speaker sound system, and tremendous battery life, all in the world's thinnest 15-inch laptop.
And it starts at just $12.99 and $11.99 for education. You can order it today, and it'll be available next week. Now we have even more exciting news for pros, starting with Mac Studio.
Mac Studio is getting the immensely capable M2 Max, and it's a performance powerhouse. Developers can build new versions of apps at warp speed with up to 25% faster performance than M1 Max. Mac Studio with M2 Max is also 4 times faster than the most powerful Intel-based iMac. Introducing M2 Ultra. It is a monster of a chip. Connecting 2 M2 Max die together with our groundbreaking UltraFusion architecture, it doubles the performance of M2 Max. The 24-core CPU in M2 Ultra delivers 20% faster performance than M1 Ultra. For example, in a single system, it can train massive ML workloads like large transformer models that the most powerful discrete GPU can't even process because it runs out of memory. So that's M2 Ultra, our largest and most capable chip ever. It's the most powerful chip ever created for a personal computer. And today, we're bringing M2 Ultra to Mac Studio. Mac Studio with M2 Ultra is a whopping 6 times faster than the most powerful Intel-based iMac. So that's the new Mac Studio. It's a performance powerhouse, taking demanding workflows to the next level.
We have a powerful new feature to help you make a more informed decision about when to answer an incoming call. Live voicemail. Now, when someone calls you and leaves a message, you'll see a live transcription in real time as they speak. If it's something you want to address right away, you can pick up the call to talk to them right then and there.
Messages is the way we stay connected with the people who matter most. To start, let's quickly cover some key improvements that make using messages even faster and more convenient. Now, you can start a search and then add additional terms to narrow the results to find exactly what you're looking for. Next, a new catch-up arrow in the top right of your conversation lets you jump to the first message you haven't seen. It's perfect on busy days when the group chat is blowing up. We've also made replying inline faster than ever. Just swipe to reply on any bubble. And for those times when you get an audio message but you aren't able to listen right away, they're now transcribed so you can read them in the moment and listen later. Finally, location sharing now lets you keep track of your friend's location directly in the conversation. Next, I'd like to share an important new feature for those situations where you want to let a loved one know you made it back home safely. Check-in. Whether you're walking home after dark or going for an early morning run, you can start check-in with a family member or friend to let them know when you get home safely. As soon as you arrive, check-in automatically detects that you're home and lets your friend know. But if something unexpected were to happen while you're on your way, it can recognize that you're not making progress towards your destination and check in with you. And if you don't respond, it can automatically share useful information such as your current location and the route you took. And they'll also be able to see your battery level and cell service status so they know if you might be able to take their call. And any information shared with your friend is end-to-end encrypted.
This year, we're expanding how you can use Airdrop to share in all new ways. Starting with how you swap your number with someone new, NameDrop. With NameDrop, you can just bring your phones close together. You'll see the same contact poster we talked about for phone calls, and you can easily choose the phone numbers and email addresses you want to share along with it. And share them just like that. And to make exchanging contacts even more convenient, you can use NameDrop with an iPhone and an Apple Watch too. When you want to share the stunning photos you took on your latest adventure, again, just bring your phones close together. It's that simple. And for those times when someone is sending over a ton of photos or a large video file and you need to step away, you can now leave AirDrop range and your content will continue to send securely in full quality over the internet. Let's talk about some enhancements that will make text input even more intelligent with the keyboard and dictation. It starts with the feature at the core of typing accurately on iPhone, Autocorrect. Autocorrect is more capable. Sentence-level autocorrections can fix more types of grammatical mistakes. If an autocorrection isn't quite what you wanted, tapping the underlined word shows what you originally typed, with the option to quickly revert back to it. When it comes to speeding up your typing, now you'll get predictions in line as you type, so finishing a word or even the whole sentence is as easy as tapping the space bar. And predictions improve based on the phrases and words you use, so they're more personalized. Standby. Just by turning iPhone on its side while charging, you get a new, full-screen experience with glanceable information designed to be viewed at a distance. Standby is perfect for your nightstand, kitchen counter, or desk. And with the always-on display on iPhone 14 Pro, it's always available. When you wake up, it's easy to see the time with a clock, and it's easy to personalize. Swipe up to choose from a range of beautiful clock styles. And for each place you charge with MagSafe, Standby will remember your preferred view. So that's Standby. We think it's going to make iPhone even more useful in those moments when you set it down. iOS 17 has many more features, including the ability to simply say Siri to activate Siri. And now you can issue back-to-back commands without needing to say Siri again. And that's iOS 17, with big updates to the phone app, with new contact posters and live voicemail. Messages improvements with a new stickers experience, more ways to share with AirDrop, and improved typing and dictation, along with all new experiences like Journal and Standby. iPadOS 17 takes iPad even further, starting with widgets and the lock screen. Just tap and hold to get started. There are so many wonderful wallpaper options, like Photo Shuffle, Weather, and Emoji, and new ones like Kaleidoscope, with those vibrant jewels and flowers. Now, I've already got a few wallpapers set up that I'm excited to show you. Enjoying my photos on the iPad lock screen is just delightful. Also, we've optimized wallpapers like astronomy for the large display on iPad. Of course, I can personalize it and now choose from any of the planets in the solar system, each with incredible detail. I can tap the time to adjust the font and the color, and even change the font weight to get it just right. Here on the left, there's also a space to add widgets. The lock screen is a great place to see information at a glance and even perform quick actions. All right, this looks perfect. And that's how you can customize your lock screen with iPadOS 17. It's really cool. These join other great features like the redesigned lock screen and interactive widgets, along with the Health app and great new ways to work with PDFs, as well as other features you heard about in iOS, like leaving a video message in FaceTime, inline typing predictions, and updates to messages. Introducing macOS Sonoma, a big new release that will make your Mac more delightful and even more productive. First, many of the features we talked about earlier on iOS and iPadOS are going to be great on the Mac. And macOS Sonoma brings a rich set of features that elevate the experience of macOS, starting with stunning new screensavers that show beautiful slow-motion videos of places around the world, like the sweeping skyline of Hong Kong and the rolling hills of Sonoma. And when you log in, this imagery settles beautifully into your desktop. Next, let's talk about making your Mac more personal through widgets. Before, widgets on Mac were available here in Notification Center. But sometimes you want to see information at a glance while you're using your Mac. Now you can, by simply bringing your widgets right into view here on the desktop. And I can put these anywhere. So let's add shortcuts here to the bottom left. To make sure widgets aren't distracting while you're working with apps, we also came up with a way to make them glanceable without feeling intrusive. If I open up Mail, my widgets instantly fade into the background so I can focus on the task at hand. To add more widgets, I can bring up the widget gallery, where I have all the widgets I know and love on my Mac. But I also have some amazing widgets on my iPhone. And through the magic of continuity, I can now access them all right here on my Mac. So I can see my Apollo for Reddit, Hi Coffee, and even my car widget. I don't need to install these apps on my Mac to use the widgets. My iPhone just needs to be nearby or on the same Wi-Fi network. And just like on iPad and iPhone, widgets on the Mac are now interactive. So you can use your car widget from your iPhone to start cooling off your car. And that's Widgets on Mac, an entirely new way to personalize your desktop and get things done throughout your day. Let's talk about Safari and how we're taking it to the next level.
Safari is the best way to browse the web. With macOS Sonoma, Safari is the world's fastest browser. It renders cutting-edge websites with amazing speed. Safari is powered by WebKit, which provides incredible technology that is used by over 1 million apps. We're constantly updating WebKit. In just the past few months, we've added even more features for developers. And we're adding even more, including beautiful advancements to typography. Another cornerstone of the Safari experience is privacy. Safari was built from the ground up to protect your privacy and was the first browser to introduce private browsing. This year, we're taking it a step further. Private browsing now locks your private browsing windows when you're not using them, completely blocks known trackers from loading on pages, and removes tracking from URLs as you browse in private browsing. Many of us use Safari for a mix of work and personal browsing and would love a way to separate browsing between topics. Profiles help you separate your cookies, history, extensions, tab groups, and favorites. So you can sign into the same site with your work account and personal account and quickly switch between them. And if you're a student, set up a unique collection of extensions and favorites just for school. Last, we're giving you a faster way to access your favorite sites with web apps on Mac. Let's check them out. With web apps, we're elevating the websites you use most often with some of the same great features as apps. I use Confluence all the time. I'll make it a web app so it doesn't get lost in my other browsing. From the File menu, I can click Add to Dock, and the title and icon load automatically. When I click Add, the icon instantly appears in the dock. Now I can close this window in Safari. When I launch my web app, I get an app-like experience with a simplified toolbar. On Mac, you can create a web app for any website, and developers don't have to do any extra work for their web app to look great. Web apps are integrated right into my experience on Mac, so I can Command Tab to access my Pinterest web app. It also works great with Stage Manager, Mission Control, Spotlight, and other ways you access apps. You can get notifications too, so Instacart can let me know my order's been delivered. And with a click, I'm into my Instacart web app.
And that's macOS Sonoma, featuring more ways to personalize with widgets and stunning new screensavers, new levels of gaming performance, and powerful productivity for video conferencing and Safari.
We are excited to announce Adaptive Audio. It combines the best of both listening modes into one, making it even easier to move through environments and interactions that are constantly changing. Adaptive Audio dynamically blends transparency and active noise cancellation to match the conditions of your surroundings. So you can stay present within your environment while distracting noises are automatically reduced. We're also improving the AirPod's automatic switching experience across the ecosystem. Now, it is significantly faster to transition from a conference call on Mac to your favorite playlist on iPhone, all without missing a beat.
For times when we're not in the same place, we're excited to introduce a new feature that will transform your living room. FaceTime is coming to Apple TV. Now everyone can gather on the couch and catch up with friends and family on the big screen. The new FaceTime app on Apple TV takes advantage of continuity camera to unlock incredible shared experiences at home. So when you launch FaceTime on Apple TV, it wirelessly connects to your iPhone or iPad and lets you use their camera and microphone to join a call. Let's check it out. You can place a call on your iPhone or from Apple TV. Or you can pick up a call from a friend on your iPhone and easily move it to Apple TV. Apple TV takes full advantage of the cameras on your iPhone and iPad for effects like center stage. As you move around or when someone enters the room, you'll always stay perfectly framed. At any time, you can interact using gestures that'll show up on everyone's screen. And because it's Apple TV, you have access to all of your favorite shows and movies. With SharePlay, you can easily watch together and everyone stays in sync. So that's FaceTime on Apple TV. And for developers, we're adding continuity camera APIs to make the biggest screen in your home more connected and entertaining. So apps like Zoom and WebEx will be coming to tvOS for the very first time by the end of this year. These are some of the features coming to audio and home. AirPods take personal audio to the next level with adaptive audio. AirPlay is coming to hotels so you can enjoy your content on the big screen when traveling. Apple Music lets everyone control music in the car with SharePlay. And FaceTime comes to Apple TV, bringing everyone closer together through incredible new experiences.
Check out this video on all AI announcements made at this year's Google I/O and this year's Microsoft Build. Thank you so much for watching and have an amazing week.